Hey guys. Hey Force. Are you there? Are you in chat, Force? The delay is real. Environment artist does what? Reed killed you? No. With his epic banhammer? Dude, check this out. Force made this for me. Look, guys, it's snowing. More to come later. KO. Corey, so an environment artist tends to be, depending on the studio, tends to be making the actual environments themselves. A lot more propping, stuff like that. It's a winter wonderland. I'm not a singer. I may have a deep voice, but singing is not my forte. Made with Unity. Sick. What's up, creatures? How you doing? All right. I'm doing good, man. We're gonna look at some critiques from, look at some art from you guys, and I'm going to critique them. How about that? Or we can critique together. All right. Let's do this. Voice made with Unity. Only in Unity. Bling. Okay, so first off, this should be pretty quick because this was in chat. It's a critique sesh. Let's do this. So this was asked really quick about the cloth not animating. So you said that you were pretty, this is, make sure I am in the right. This is Mr. Fly. So cloth needs to be, and I am terrible because I'm not a character. I'm terrible at this specific thing because I'm not a character artist, but you need to rig your fabric or your clothing in order to deform in the way that you're expecting it to. The other thing is using something like Marvelous Designer to, you know, do the thing, do the fabric thing where it folds and wrinkles and stuff. Look into Marvelous Designer. But first and foremost, I would highly suggest just trying to understand and follow whatchamacallit, the body, muscles, how the body is formed, the body, all the details that are the body. See, this is why I'm not a character artist. I'm like, muscles, skin, bone. Imitate those. Look at reference. Do some body studies. Try and get all those details where they need to be. Like when you look at an arm or your own arm, look at where all your muscles are and stuff, and then try and imitate that. But I would definitely study how the body is put together. That is going to be ultra important. It's going to be ultra important when it comes to creating characters. And then I would actually use Pinterest a lot. Look up stuff in Pinterest. It's pretty powerful. And yeah. Anatomy. Yes, thank you. Yes, the anatomy. That's the word I was looking for. I'm just a new environment artist. I don't know anatomy. Only my own. Only my own anatomy. All right, let's get going here. But what if I don't have muscles? Then I don't know. Look at something else. Oh man, this is that's right. This was, so Andre posted, you're actually, so next Thursday we're going to look at your portfolio. Make stick figures, dude. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So let's see here. Okay. Leo Luck, my God, dude, I'm starting to crash, I think. How you doing, man? I know you're in chat, or I know you were in chat. We'll see. We'll see if you respond. Posted it 2 weeks ago. Updated. Still a lot to do, but I'm interested to hear your opinion. I remember some of your fixes from the last session. Just didn't have enough time to fix it yet. Is that a sad face or a smiley face? Whoa, that's a swastika. I don't know about this. Oh, I don't know about this, guys. Okay, let's see here. I mean, in general, it looks like you're getting all the details there, which is good. Right now, it feels really empty, right? So thinking about where cables and pipes go, and like you have pipes on the side here, but there's like nothing on the ceiling. Obviously, this is gonna be a fan that's pushing air down, so that's good. Sledgehammer's not happy with this. I think that you're gonna need some breakup on like how the ground is interacting with the sides, as well as the rails. The other thing to watch out for is the UV scaling stuff that's going on here. Make sure your UVs are like straightened out a bit, or fully straightened out rather. Props wise, it's looking pretty good. I think it's just, it needs like the little like papers down here or trash or something. Something interesting happening where the ceiling is kind of interacting with the rest of the scene. I think maybe if let's do this. So stuff like, maybe if you had wires that were running, stuff like that could be interesting. A few things hanging maybe. Getting stuff here is really important. Like you're doing it a little bit here, which is great. Wire, like this area right here looks really cool. I think if you took this piece here and inset it a bit, you get a little bit more detail going on. But the material overall for the ground here is really interesting with the angle of the light hitting it here. Getting wires and cables and stuff that kind of run the length of this could be pretty interesting. Let's see here. Obviously, you need to put something here, but you haven't gotten to that yet. Build your muscles, man. Build your muscles. Some breakup on this wall would be pretty good. Like if it's either dripping stuff or like a tileable pattern that kind of breaks up the roughness. It could be good. Or breaks up the albedo, or both. You know, you just play with that, because I work a lot with tileable materials and then just using masks or decals to break up those surfaces. So you end up just taking a lot of this stuff like this guy and just auto unwrapping it, and then just making sure that it's got the correct textile density. Once it has that, then you're just putting decals or floating geometry on top of it, or a mask that's breaking up the roughness or the albedo. So it's all masks in the end. And that's probably more of the current open world approach. Yeah. Let's see what else is going on up here. I think that the details up here, I'd be careful with like how much, like this type of detail. I would probably pull back from that. Why a Dell canvas and not a Cintiq? To be different. How about that? No, because it's cheaper. And I'm not picky. I've talked to enough people that have used it that I'm like, yeah, sounds like it'll work. Shots fired. I think that's my answer though. It's like $600 less, which is pretty nice. $600 less. That's substantial. Yeah. I think if this center area was a different material, that could be pretty cool. Like maybe if it was like the larger rocks and stuff. Oh, you bought a surface? Nice. You can't get enough of the sacks, dude. It's good stuff, man. Yeah, it's just right now I think your scene is pretty empty. I'm gonna try and refocus myself. Like it just needs stuff in here, right? The wires, more pipes, cables, signage, things telling you stuff in German. Oh, that's interesting. How come this is lower than this? Like these should be pretty even, right? These ones, however, are not. So these ones are even, but these ones aren't, and these ones aren't. So I would check those and make sure they're evened out. The other thing to keep in mind is depending on the space, and maybe in here it makes more sense for it to be like this, but usually pillars are still straight up just because structural wise, they're just going to be stronger that way. But I think in a tunnel like this, with the way that those are holding the ceiling up, they have to angle with the angle of the ground. Do I have a Spotify playlist? Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. You can look me up, DiNusty. I'm actually working on a playlist for you guys. And then you can go here, and it'll show you everything that I'm listening to. And then if you go to the bottom of my stream, it tells you what I'm listening to right now. Yes. So let's move on. Oh, you got another image. That is right. There's another scene here. So this is looking pretty cool. This is going to be, I guess, molded like poured concrete, right? The old school, like, pour all that concrete into molds and just make it dry and structurally sound, I swear. So this wall is pretty hardcore. It could really use some breakup. So, like, if I go like this. So these look like they're doors. So let's say that these are little steps. Just to drive it home, I would probably add another step. So, like you got a step here, right? I would just like dupe that, and put another one, and then one more. Right? So you've got just like 3 steps going down, or 2. Just so that it really tells the person there's a door there. The next thing I would suggest doing is, like, right now you have this going on, which is framing the doors really strangely. And it makes the wall look very tileable. This is a pretty interesting pattern here. I like that that's there and it's kind of different. If this were to go straight up and then maybe like there's like a T break here and it goes this way and then this one goes down. I actually wouldn't make that one go down. If this one T breaks here, it's most likely just going to keep going down that way. Maybe either through the wall or go up, or maybe it'll T break here as well and go down. And then in this area, like, I would probably just put more smaller pipes and stuff. And maybe you could like, what is it? You could like have another smaller one that's kind of following this one. And then it could turn this way and then go up, or turn this way and keep going. And then some that join it from this wall over here. Just you want that to all kind of break up, just so it doesn't have a repetitive pattern to it. It's very similar to why you have these 2 doors closed, but then this one's kind of opened, right? The other thing I would suggest is maybe having this door open towards you. So that way you can kind of see like a crack into the space versus like not knowing if that's open or if that's like a weird perspective thing going on. But yeah. And then I think this railing stuff here, whoops, this looks like railing, like hand railing, would probably go more forward, as it's probably to protect against people running into this. So these would go forward, and then these little pad things would be here instead. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think that's how I would approach it. That, and you're gonna get a much more interesting shape because the railing is now like further forward. Like from the top view, right now what you have is you have a wall. Oops, you have a wall, and then you have your railing, like this. Whereas if you bring the railing out forward, you tend to get some more interesting shadows, kind of like what's happening here. You just get more depth between them. And then because there's that space, you actually might even be able to like round these corners. Just so that you have a more interesting railing pattern happening. Like from a side view, this part right here would be like, and then maybe you would go down like this. So it's kind of like a little handrail too. That could be right here for you to grab if you need to. Oh no, I'm slipping. You can grab that. Yeah. The other thing too is it's a great area to put signage, little signs. Maybe there's some posters here or like screens, stuff telling you things. Maybe there's, what's up here? Like, are those, maybe this should be a giant screen here telling you stuff. Maybe there's more monitors, and there's a little light here. The details on the ceiling, you really want to like push your ceilings to have shapes and stuff in them as well. So just some stuff to think about. Finally got some time to improve my scene after the feedback you gave me. Ceiling lamps are now animated as well, but lacking a gift for it. That's fine. That is fine. Oh man, yeah, I haven't seen this in a while. Awesome. Oh, I kind of wish I had the older stuff. Oh, this is cool. You did this, the breakdown of this for me as well. Or rather, us. Let's do that. Yeah, I need like a comparison image. But in general, this is looking pretty good. It still needs like, copy image. It needs like a focal lighting. There we go. Let's do that. So it needs focal lighting. Like, this table is obviously emitting light, right? But like this whole path here, like I love that you added these. I'd probably even go crazier with it. Like maybe like every few, like that. But having like a light spot here and a light spot here that's coming from something above, that's just kind of, you don't have to show the cone with the fog and stuff, but like just to kind of fill the space and then give you a path that you can approach the table from. But yeah, I mean, in general, this is looking pretty dope. This looks awesome too. Just paste that again. This emissive here is bright enough that I guess I'm expecting a little bit, like you're getting red here, but I would expect maybe like this whole strip here to be red, like this, and then maybe a little bit of red in here, you know. Oh, it cuts outward like that. Does it do that on this side, or is this flat? If this is flat, then you do that there. If it cuts out like this, then you'd want red here, right? Like this. That gradient's off to nothing, maybe as it like rounds that corner. I would still suggest adding more papers and kind of stuff thrown everywhere, like, oh shit, guy freaked out. Everyone's panicking, running around. Like there's some dude dropped his coffee cup on the freaking screen, and you can see the coffee like spilled out on the. Yeah, man. Stories through their propping. Stories through propping. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, Axel. So you just finished the Star Citizen scene. Looks pretty nice, man. Man, that is bright. It's in my eyes. It's all in my eyes. Let's scroll through this really quick. I'll link this in there. Oh, that last scene is actually in space. I don't know if that's related to Splinter Cell. If you're talking about this one's also in space. You guys in your space. I like it. I like it. This warning is really strange to me. I'm just gonna put that out there. Like, don't break that glass. That's space out there. Space. That'll be your final frontier. You will die. The way you've added text in here is pretty nice, though. I'm curious about how you're doing that, because the resolution is holding up pretty nicely. I'm just gonna keep scrolling down here. I'm gonna be honest. The amount of smoke and stuff going on in here, I feel like I should be seeing sparks, and people should be freaking out. Like, something's burning, guys. Something's burning. Nice, Axel Corp. That's great. That's freaking awesome. If there is a fire, breaking the glass might be good. Yeah, I mean, it'll suck out all the oxygen. The fire will basically instantly die. Oh, this is a nice breakdown here. Pair OS. Ceiling detail is really nice. Oh, we're listening to this some looping action, I think. We're going to go to the Pixel Sunset. So this playlist is not my own. Just drop this in chat. But it's awesome. So the attention to detail is pretty good. Oh, dang, son. Look at the kind of like dirty griminess going on up there. That's pretty cool. It might not need to be as contrasty as you're doing it, especially in the roughness here. You can still have it be there without being like too strong. Especially on the glass, you want to be really careful about that. Oh, man. I see something. Make sure to offset the UVs on these guys from each other, because you're getting like duplicate patterns going on in your roughness. I can understand they can be hard to catch, though, when because you need like a pretty glancing angle to see the roughness duping itself like that. And then you have like a little bit of an edge here. I'm guessing this is a decal. Maybe it needs to be placed a little higher up. Deja vu. Either that or I just keep talking about the same stuff every single time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that's the case. Oh, man. I love renders like this. So cool. Yeah, so the detail is really nice. The ceiling with the fans, like you have high frequency detail, and then you have some like medium frequency, just because the detail is, well, there's a lot of it is quite small and it's not too contrasty. And then you have these large pieces here, which basically allow for your eyes to have something to rest on. I was really hesitant about the ground having all the materials that it does. Let me see if I can... Like all of this detail, it's very busy. It's very busy. But I mean, it looks like it's okay. There's a lot of detail going on in here. If there's anywhere you can cut contrast, that would be awesome. Like the stripe patterns here and the caution text. If you could lower that just by a little bit. Dude, South Stands, man. Dude. Thanks, dude. Dude, give it up for that guy. He's been around for a while. You can't see all the amazing details? There you go. There it is. Just for you. Just for you. This tile material here is really nice. Oh, man, I love the little drip puddle stuff going on down here. Dude, someone flushed the toilet and it's clogged, guys. This is actually a door to the bathroom. It's an emergency exit to the bathroom. Axel. Oh, blue, I like it. I accept you. I accept you. In general, though, this is great. There's a lot of signage on here. It's awesome. Text everywhere, things describing things, explaining stuff, where things go, where you're heading. I think if I could say anything, I would want to know where I go, like where I'm going if I head this way, and where I go if I go the other direction. You're off the train, dude. Awesome. How do you make the dripping decals? I have a video on decals. It's actually, I think it's actually the most watched video on my channel. I should probably do another one because I like ride the bumps through that one. I'm like, yeah, no, it's supposed to be here. I don't know where it's at. Yeah, just type in search decal. I like this presentation of the door as well. It's pretty cool. All right, let's continue onward. We got a little over 30 minutes, 35 minutes. In general, this looks like a pretty good success, man. If you could change anything, I would suggest just kind of like lowering the contrast on the floor via this pattern, the caution lines. Just lower the brightness of it, and you'd be good. You have over 100 decals? Yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds about right. There is, if you build it right in the shaders, you can actually do quite a bit in the shaders themselves, and you're just mapping UVs. Or applying it to a mesh, so it's a mesh decal instead of actual like projected decals. Mesh decals are much easier to work with, in my opinion. All right. Let's move on. Steven. Forest scene, first time creating an environment with Unreal instead of Unity. I think I'll change the lighting to be more bluish. Oh, that's a white screen. Cool. Yeah, so like I don't know if you have like whatchamacallit. What do you call it? Ambient light. So if your ambient light has some blue in it, and you just match it to the sky color, that would help you quite a bit. Like it would fill in the shadow areas. The other thing I'm noticing is this is really dark back here, and then it kind of lights strangely here. I think maybe your normals might be like need to be recalculated. I can't remember if you use Modo or not. Yeah, Axel's scene is in Unreal as far as I know. Good job, Curious. Way to go. You use Maya? Very good. Yeah, foliage looks pretty good. I think you need some details explaining how the foliage has its details. Like the vine, not the vines, like the stem and the main root to a vine or to a, to a leaf, like the center point of it. I forget what that's called. The other thing is your leaves on your tree, on your trees, especially this type of tree in particular, is very difficult to sell because it's so fuzzy, right? And as it gets further away, that fuzziness becomes solid really, really fast. I would suggest exaggerating the nerve of the leaf. Yeah, probably. That makes sense. What is the best free way to get foliage in the scene? Wrens. I always talk about wren. I bring them up a lot. Just outsource it. There's that too. Or hire a really good vegetation artist. Here you go. Wills, man. There's some free options in there. There's also some good pricing in there. Yeah, I mean, I think the foliage just needs the love. The trees in particular, like I was saying, because it's so fuzzy, it's really difficult to get the alpha to not melt it all together. Like you can see here, it just becomes solid, right? When it becomes solid like this, getting a transmissive texture on there to help you sell some of the shapes that are in shadow is really going to help you. The only other thing I would suggest is maybe removing every other needle, or like cutting the needle count in half. Just you can just paint them out in the alpha too if you want. That way they have a harder time like melting together as they get further away. That should really help get away from this solid look. Because you still want it to be solid, but you also need to see some of the details. Like in the distance, like this one makes total sense. It's just too dark, which is, I think, has to do with the transmission, as well as like maybe how the light maps are being. I don't know if you're using light maps in here. Oh, the other thing too is your grass is really bright right now. And the stems of everything is very straight. You don't have to add stems to everything. And I think actually I should probably, when you get a chance, I would love to see the albedo only on this, because we can talk a lot about how you're balancing your albedos. I have a feeling that some of them are either too dark, or too bright, or too saturated. Oh, crazy. Learning the ropes, my friend. Cool. In general, it's looking pretty cool though. It has its issues, but I think you should just continue forward with it and address some of the stuff I was talking about. Maybe in here, harden this edge so that the light harden this edge as well, or bevel it so that the light is reacting a little bit more correctly as it like wraps around this. It feels really soft down here, so I don't know what's happening there. Yeah, looking cool though. Want to get some feedback on a prop. Oh man, so this prop, I was looking at it, I think on the Discord the other day, and I think that this blue and this face here they're just so weird to me. I don't know if you're looking at a reference or something, but it just looks like it just looks not textured or something. Oh, Darkland. Yeah, Steven Darkland's right. Check the masterclasses on the Unreal YouTube channel. Some good stuff in there. That is the area you need to make. So, I mean, until you need to make that area, I would suggest just auto unwrapping it and just applying this tileable wood or something on there, just so it doesn't detract from because right now, like if you show this to anyone, the first thing they're going to ask is, what is this? And you're always going to have to answer that question. But in general, I think this is looking pretty sick. Such a cool, man, phones are crazy. Trying to think if there's anything else that's, I mean, I don't have much to say on this right now. I think maybe a higher res image would be nice. The metal feet, maybe if they were inset or outset a little bit from the side of the wood, that way you get a little bit more of a silhouette shape change or some undershadow, something like that. That could be pretty cool. Yeah, an inward bevel on here could be pretty nice, like how they have on cabinets and stuff, or nice furniture. The nice furnitures. In general, it's looking pretty cool. I'd keep going on it. The wood albedo, or the color stuff that's happening in here, it's got to be the albedo that's doing that. Might be tiling a little too much. It just feels really high in the, like, how many lines there are. Like grain breakup is really high density right now, it seems. That might just be me though, because down here it looks really nice. Yeah, it's like the scale of the UVs seems to be off up there for that material. Yeah, I don't have much to say on it. I mean, get rid of the blue. How about that? AZ, what's up, man? I would like to know if this blockout works for proportions. You are new to environments. Oh, that's an interesting question. So first off, it is great that you have a character in here. You can go online and check things like some of the common things you're going to want to check early on are things like the height of a door. Like how tall is this door, right? And then next would be like size of this handle to a hand, how tall this table height is versus this seat height, scale of a gun, like putting that gun next to the character and just kind of like faking that he's holding it would really help. You dropped a picture of the albedo in the Discord. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. We're gonna look at that in a second. I feel like the scale is off in places, and there's areas where lights are at that I'm like, wait, why is that there? Why is that? Like this light up here seems really high up on the wall. Like I think maybe if you lower the cabinets by one and then put those lights here, it might make a little more sense. Could be wrong. I don't know. The thing that I would imagine to be higher is the clock. I assume that's a clock. Probably would be up here. Or maybe above the door. I like that you're already tilting stuff. Is this, this looks like it's in, judging by this looks like it's in Blender. So if you're planning on rendering this out in Blender, then it's great. If you're planning on building this scene in Unreal or in Unity, I would definitely be laying out the props and stuff in Unity or Unreal, because that's going to be really important when it comes to like being able to build the space easily. Are these windows? It's like looks like maybe like the commissioner's office. She's like, Steven, get in here. I don't like what you're doing in this town, Steven. So the damages are too high. They're too damn high. Because then you're going to get... sorry, that was random. You're going to get things like this tilt. You're going to have to recreate that later. Like these paintings, you could probably all be the same thing with the... your name was the first name I saw in chat, and I just was like playing the commissioner, and you're the freaking detective that destroys the city, chasing all the bad guys. Why are you always doing that, man? You're supposed to just catch the bad guys, not blow up things. Jeez. You went through a freaking Quickie Mart. You drove through it. Who does that? Steven does that. Jesus. Give me your badge. And your gun. Don't forget the gun. Get out of here. God damn it. Detective Steven. Yeah. So the other thing I would say is maybe this is too high. I could be wrong. I need to see like maybe some reference or something. Caljar, what's up, man? Uptime is we're about 20 minutes from 2 hours. And in 20 minutes I am out of here. Scale wise, I think everything is doing okay. It's more about the placement and double checking some stuff like where that head is, where the top of the head is, and where the top of his door is. If you could get online and check that, because once you get one thing correct, you can start scaling to everything to that one thing, and double checking everything. Is this little mini fridge? Is that alcohol? Dude, Steven planted that. The door does feel too narrow right now. You're late to the stream. It's all good, man. Welcome. Welcome to the stream, dude. You can chill for the next 21 minutes. I don't know if this is still on time. Just finished this. I was actually looking at this while I was at work. Congratulations on your mentorship with Josh Lynch. That guy's dope. He's a cool guy to talk to, and he's also got a Maru. Anyway, this looks pretty cool. This is all substance action. So right now I feel like sphere, no albedo. I guess it needs to be on some props where I can see it used in context. Overall, it looks pretty good. I just need to see like how it's kind of put together on a prop in a scene, if you know what I mean. Albedo looks really nice though. Like the colors are really interesting while not having too much lighting information in them, which is pretty cool. One thing that's really good about this is you have the directionality going on. A Maru play date? Oh man, he's all the way in the US. It'd be an expensive date. Take him out for a nice lobster dinner and then never call him again. It's pretty cool though. Yeah, I think I need to see it on a... This would actually be really interesting to see this material applied to a rock shape and then displaced to look like how this material is displacing, just to see how it kind of reads in a scene. Ja ja. Ja 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 ja. So funny. Ja 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 ja. It's pretty cool. I bet that was pretty fun. I'm curious what that what those mentorships are like. Where are we at? Pawn. Work in progress. Dude, that gun though. It's a 4K image, so you can zoom in. Oh. For some reason, I can't upload solid background colors. Sorry for the white background. Oh, God. That's interesting that you can't do that. Oh, that is a really white background. In general, though, the materials are looking, it's looking pretty nice. It's looking cool. The size of the bevels on your bake are really nice just because, I mean, it's more gamey, right? But it allows for lighting to wrap around it, which when you end up playing it, if it's like third person or first person, having the light, yeah, this white background's pretty raw, man. Let's do this. Magic wand? A little better. There's still some areas, but you know. Yeah, no. It's a thing. Man, the mask tool in the new one is in the new Photoshop's crazy good. What the hell? That's it's kind of crazy. Yeah, cool. Now make it bright red. So the wear is really interesting. Dude, I really like this material here. Yeah, I love this this detail. I don't know if it's like a detail normal or what, but that looks pretty slick. I think you just need some action lines as far as like wear and tear and how it like is it stretching on the inside? What? What do you mean? I I don't think so. In general, this looks pretty solid. I'm curious to see where this goes. Oh, this? You're talking about this area right here? That does look like there's maybe some like not stretching, but maybe the way the stamp has been applied, it's stretched. It has like a stretched look to it. I think that's maybe some dirt that's being applied procedurally. So just watch out on like see like it's cloudy here, but then when it hits this inside area, it kind of looks like it stretches up the side of it. Overall, it looks pretty cool. Dude, there's a that's really weird. This little gap here. Like, it's like you go to grab the handle and then you go to run and then it just slides off and you drop the gun. Like, damn it. Ah, Steven, God. Steven again. Sorry. Oh. That's kind of cool. It's really interesting and like the little extra details are pretty cool. This is nice too. Man, this looks like it took some work. Are these supposed to be round or is that stretched or what's going on there? Is it supposed to be like that? I don't know. This little area as well feels a little strange. I think because like, I don't know. I don't know what is making it weird. Paint that boy. Yeah, talk to Ricky on Discord, dude. That guy knows some things about some stuff. Yeah, not circles? Okay, cool. Just checking. Man, I love this material. It's just like the scratching. The scratches to the materials. Oh, that's interesting. So you chose not to model those in. Like I would almost say just go for it. Like just so you get some. There we go. So good. So good. Oh God. Just so you get some shape breakup in there. But overall, looking pretty nice. Some material separation would be really good, but yeah. Man, I'm not going to click on these ones because I think we got enough information from this image. Looking nice. Looking nice. All right, so Steven, let's look at this albedo. Ah, my eyes. Okay. So right off the bat, your trees are probably too saturated. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see if we can simulate some stuff. Just dupe that. We'll do this. Well, maybe we'll do. I wonder how accurate this is. Oh man, that's freaking crazy. I mean, that's cool. Yeah, so look out. So see how bright your your plants on the ground look. But when you turn the saturation down, look how dark they actually are. So you probably want your saturation there around there. And then maybe something like that. Maybe. Anywho. Oh yeah, and then the grass. Like you see how much the grass is sticking out now? And you actually have a lot of floating grass pieces, I'm noticing. You got to be careful with, I guess you're having those placed by like painting them down. Yeah, you'll want your grass kind of in the same range as the rest of your. That mask job is great. Kind of in the same range as your plants around it. So that is actually a bit more balanced. I mean, you could probably even take these trees and lighten them up a bit too. Maybe something more like, with this type of tree too, it could be darker. I don't know. Yeah, dude, it's funny. I didn't notice those until they weren't masked, which says a lot about the ranges, how separate they are from each other. Oh, I just noticed you've got freaking pine cones down here. That's cool. Oh, and mushrooms. Oh, that's cool. Getting some bigger ones to exaggerate them a little bit, just so you can notice them a bit more. The bark also may have a bit too much contrast in its material. Let me see if we can kind of give you an idea for. I'll just do this. And so if you're averaging out the values so they're a little bit closer together, you're probably going to get a better result with it not being so busy. Like seeing the distance, it looks pretty good. It's starting to average out to like a single color with a few little details in it. But because you have that contrasty pattern inside of it, you're actually this gets pretty micro, but you see there's a little what is going on here? Hang on. Oh, is it oh, wait, what? Oh, I see what's going on. I have an area selected. There we go. I'll just do that. Nice. So you have like a little dark spot that I keep seeing tiling up the tree. The other thing is pay attention to the direction of branches. So you've got ones that are going down like that, and most of the time, branches come off of a tree upward or straight out, and then they kind of climb up. Because like for trees, later upon, trees tend to reach to the sun, right? So like these ones are going to be dead essentially, and you'll have other ones that are just reaching up. And the ones near the bottom are going to be pretty big because they're being blocked by all the branches above them, so they just need to go further and further out in order to get the light that they're missing out on. But yeah, cool. We got 7 minutes. You guys have any questions in chat? 69 people in here. Hi, guys. Thanks for hanging out. If you're not, you should follow the channel. I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then we've got a Discord. Discord channel where everyone's trying to get better, including myself. And then we also have a YouTube channel where I post all of this stuff so it's archived. Get a nice little title and all that stuff. And Tobias is dropping the links. Thanks, man. How do you manage using blockouts from an engine back to modeling? So, hey, curious. Hey. So in Unreal, at least, you can select, you can like lay out. Is it 75, Leon? Dude, crazy. Thanks, guys. In Unreal, you can just draw blocks out and scale them and move them around and stuff, and just select them all and then export it out as a FBX. Bring that into your 3D package, and then you have your block out, and then you can start building from there. And then replace your blockouts with other pieces that you model in your 3D package. Woogie, any tips on getting more motivated on doing 3D things? You found me on Polycount? Whoa, that's crazy. That's awesome. Keep getting demotivated when it comes to baking. Yeah, so so I call that the technical drag. It's essentially when you just get bored. There's too many technical stuff going on. You just get bored. If you're feeling like you're getting demotivated when you're baking, take a baking break. How about that? And just, like, what's your schedule? How long are you 3Ding for? How long are you, like on an average day? How long are you doing 3D? And how long are you sitting there working with the technical side versus like other things like making art? Oh man, the questions are coming in now. Yeah, it is super delayed. So the baking part can suck, which I get it. If you can build and unwrap at the same time, the baking should be much less painful. The other thing you could do is make one scene that shows that you can make game art that's game ready. And then just make the rest without making low polys and auto unwrap everything and just make stuff. Be an artist and not worry about the technical stuff. Just make sure that you can prove in your portfolio that you know how to unwrap and you know how to bake and you can put stuff in a game engine and run it in real time. Baking bread? You baking bread? Like super simple workflow. Yeah, you could simplify the workflow as well. Dude, Twitch Prime, 2 months. Doggo. Thanks for the sub, man. 2 months in a row. Dopeness. Let's see here. What else is going on? 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Dude, that's a lot of, and then personal stuff in the evening. So wait, so you're working as well in 3D? Because that's tiring, man. That's not called, you're not getting demotivated. You're freaking tired. It sounds like you're tired. Man, there's all types of weird delays going on. Lord help. Polygons, what's up, man? Okay, so I mean, actually, so nice fly. Woogie, you're in the Discord, right? You should message me. We can talk more about this. Naps are nice, man. Naps are super nice. What is that action? What's happening here? Is that just ultra delayed? Magic Mike D. Ah, that is a great name, dude. Thanks for the follow. That's great. You might be getting too picky about your UVs when you're unwrapping stuff for the bake, and that can get a little tedious and mind melty. Like simplifying the baking process is probably would probably help you. Dude, guys, I'm just looking at my screen. Dude, thanks for the support. We got Sublime with 100 bits. Pond with 100 bits. Soren with 55. And then we got Leon with his resub on Prime for 2 months. And South Stands 303. Dude, thanks for the sub, man. Super cool. Super cool. You're a bit of a perfectionist, dude. I have that problem too. So things take longer than they should. So start modeling stuff, right? Say it's hard surface. Where your hard edges are. Use that as a way to unwrap. And that should get rid of a lot of that problem. Oh, man, Evo, come on, man. Oh, geez. Stop it. My face, it's covered in all the whatever those are. Thanks, dude. Advices for speeding up workflow. Find ways to automate stuff and macro and hotkey everything you can. That's part of a workflow process. So like you've seen over the course of the stream, that the way I'm sculpting, building the low polys, unwrapping, and baking and texturing, we've kind of gotten it down to like, Evo, I don't know why that's not showing up. That's really weird. That's really strange. Oh man, Reed, I just noticed the cup's not there. That's really weird. Maybe Evo. That way. Thief. But yeah, simplifying your workflow is thinking about how you go from starting an asset to getting it in the engine. And if you can make that flow faster, that's simplifying your flow. Have I tried Shadow Forge? No, I don't think I have. What is that? Tell me in the Discord, because we're about to go. Nice, Corey. Those are the best laughs. So I think when it comes to optimizing your workflow, it's going to be just about macroing and thinking about like, if you can think about it in steps where you block out everything and then you get like a first pass on everything, you auto unwrap everything and just throw basic materials on it, that gets a lot of stuff out of the way. In your mind, it kind of feels like you're freeing your mind a bit, and then you can just keep moving forward. Oh, Shader Forge. I tried it a long time ago. I really like the other option, though. And I say other option because my brain just melted and I can't remember. Amplify, the Amplify shader editor. That one is pretty nice. You forgot how to get in the secret Discord chat? To get into the secret Discord chat, you just need to link your Twitch account to your Discord and it will do it automatically for you. It might take up to an hour, but it's usually pretty quick. All right, guys. This is me. I'm out of here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the portfolios I reviewed, the subs, all the bits. Man, it's feeling good. We're gonna get that that Dell canvas soon enough. And thank you for all the support. The ninjas, thanks guys. Like that, South 303. You guys have a good Friday tomorrow, right? It's Friday tomorrow, right? Oh, hi, Madu. And yeah, dude, for all the subs, let's get Madu on the Come here. Hi. Hey. Uh-oh. Wires. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Hi. All right, guys. The king. I'll see you guys later. Have a good weekend. Thanks for the follow. Oh my God. You're getting heavy, dude. Click there. Here's a Christmas hat for you. Bloop. Later, guys.